Alright, we see that the market is on the verge of materializing a very dangerous top signal. That's not good. However, today we see the SPY going up, making a bullish candlestick pattern. We see the QQQ trying to react as well. We see Nvidia up more than 3%. We see Tesla up almost 1%. So, although the situation is not good, it is not that horrible, and I will explain why in this video. I'm Nathan, and every single day I share my market readings here on this channel. Welcome or welcome back to the Finance Hydra channel. Now, as we can see here, SPY is almost triggering yesterday's bearish candlestick pattern, which has a name, alright? It is a classic bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, which from a statistical point of view is a quite reliable bearish reversal candlestick pattern, reversing the trend roughly 79% of the time, according to Thomas Bukowski's studies. Now, what's the problem in this situation? The problem is that this top signal, this bearish engulfing pattern, wasn't triggered yet, meaning we have yet to lose yesterday's low. In order for the SPY to trigger this top signal, we gotta lose and close below yesterday's low, this bearish engulfing pattern, in order to trigger this top signal, triggering a midterm pullback on the daily chart. As long as we stay above yesterday's low, it is not going to trigger this top signal, and the bias, the short-term bias, will remain bullish. So right now we should be extremely careful. Now you may ask, okay Nathan, this top signal wasn't triggered, but what if SPY triggers this top signal? Then a pullback to the 574 or to the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average, would be quite likely. But Nathan, what if we lose this double support level over here, 565, and then this is gonna be our most dangerous support level because it is a critical inflection point on the weekly chart over here. The previous top level from July this year, top level again in August this year, support level now in September. If we lose the 565, then we're gonna trigger a long-term pullback on the weekly chart, alright? So these are the most important support levels to watch right now. Another question, Nathan, what the SPY needs to do in order to frustrate, in order to reject this bearish reaction over here? We gotta break and close above yesterday's high, 584, all right? Rejecting this bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. This is the only possibility for the SPY to continue the bullish bias. And remember, the trend is still bullish. We are still making, why? Because we are still making higher highs, higher lows. That's a fact, all right? We are not in a bear trend. We are in a bull trend. If we're gonna trigger a pullback or not in this bull trend, well, only time will tell. We gotta pay attention on this possible bearish engulfing candlestick pattern for now, this possible turning point for the SPY. Then we'll see how to proceed. The QQQ shares another bearish engulfing pattern over here. However, in this scenario, in this case, we lost yesterday's low, but we are trying to react. Probably we are not gonna close below yesterday's low, and the 21-day EMA is acting as a support area for the QQQ. So the trend is still bullish. We are not in bearish territory yet. There is a decent chance that if QQQ reacts tomorrow, we could reject the idea of a top signal over here and continue the bullish bias to the all-time high area above the $500. The only thing that the QQQ needs to do in order to trigger a sharper correction is triggering this bearish engulfing pattern and preferably losing the 21-day EMA, because then we could see a sharper correction, a top signal on the weekly chart, and a top signal on the weekly chart could suggest a possible pullback to the 21-week EMA over here, or even in the worst case scenario to the support line of this ascending channel. All right, then we'll see how to proceed. Right now, apparently, the QQQ is not triggering this top signal, but we are we are around a very dangerous and delicate support area. It all depends on how we are gonna react from here. Nvidia is also trying to avoid a sharper correction, the possibility of a top signal over here. The 130 support level is acting as a quite important support level for us. It is working very nicely. Now we are bouncing off this key point, trying to make what seems to be a bullish harami candlestick pattern, all right? What's the problem? The problem is that, in my humble opinion, I would be way happier to see such bullish reaction around a support level. All right, like here, all right? Bullish reaction above the 21-day EMA, that was a very good one. Or here, bullish reaction, a bullish harami. This one was a bullish harami right above the 61.8% Fibonacci's retracement over here. So seeing a bullish harami near a resistance level is not the best scenario for Nvidia if you want to buy Nvidia right here, right now, but maybe it is going to materialize a bullish reaction from here, rejecting yesterday's bearish candlestick pattern, all right? It all depends on how it is going to close next, if we're going to close above yesterday's high or below the 130s support level, all right? And guys, remember, I teach you how to trade all these patterns, the bearish engulfing, the bullish harami, on our exclusive ebook on technical analysis, which is totally free, by the way. It is a gift for anyone who takes part in the free trial period of our educational project, the 5% project, where you learn the mechanics of our strategy in theory and we apply the knowledge in practice every single day. You have access to exclusive analysis and advanced trading strategies shared in real time. So if you want to join a skin in the game community, just take a look at our website for more information and claim your exclusive ebook. Start learning, start beating the market with us. Link in the video's description. All right, now back to our analysis over here. Tesla is up 0.70% roughly right now. Guys, this is a classic sideways correction, suggesting that this drop maybe was an overreaction, all right? It was an overreaction, and right now the price is trying to stabilize while we kind of digest the news about robotaxi, right? Or robocab, I don't recall the name right now, but now we are trying to stabilize in this area. What's more, when we take a look at the 1-hour chart over here, we see how strong this sideways correction is. We see that the price is moving sideways while the 21-hour EMA is meeting the price, acting as a resistance level right now 1, 2, 3 times. So classic time correction, which is different from a price correction when the price actually materializes a bounce to higher levels. No, the price is moving sideways while the moving averages are trying to meet the price next. All right, if we see Tesla bouncing, since we are now in bearish territory, we have a resistance level around the $230 area, the previous support level, previous resistance level. All right, this key point is going to be very important. It is very close to the 21-day EMA as well, so any bounce to this level could be just another dead cat bounce. In order for Tesla to resume the bullish bias, we gotta break this double resistance level as soon as possible, maybe after earnings, who knows, right? However, conversely, if we collapse, we have another target around $200. If you ask me, in my humble opinion, Nathan, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to see Tesla dropping or recovering from here? I would like to see Tesla recovering first, at least, because we are right now above a very important support level on the weekly chart, the 21-week EMA. We found a support level last week, and right now, this week, we are trying to react from here. So it is a very important support level. If Tesla is about to react, now would be the perfect moment for do so. Now would be the perfect time to do so, but we don't see any meaningful bullish reaction yet. AMD losing our support level, losing the 158 below the 21-day EMA, is in bearish territory. What's our next technical support level? 148. All right, there is absolutely no bottom signal, no bullish reaction suggesting that AMD could recover from here. So we are still bearish. Palantir trying to materialize a pullback over here, but it is not a decent pullback at all. Today we are leaving a huge shadow below the candlestick's body, trying to make a hammer candlestick pattern without retesting the 21-day EMA. So we are still insanely bullish. We don't see any top signal, any sign of weakness over here. However, on the weekly chart, so far at least, today is Wednesday, all right? If we close the weekly chart making a bearish reaction like this, we could see a top signal right below the all-time high resistance level. This green line over here at $45 up here, all right? If we see a top signal in this area, okay, maybe we're gonna see a weekly pullback on the weekly chart, suggesting that Palantir could retest at least the $38 again, all right? But right now, apparently the situation is still under control. SOFI Technologies is materializing a top signal below the $10.49 over here, a classic top level, a classic resistance level. Right now, if you ask me, this one deserves a pullback. I'm not saying it is going to reverse, it is going to turn bearish, but a pullback to the 918 or maybe even to the 21-day EMA could be just another buying opportunity. We have earnings in 13 days, so let's pay attention to this. Broadcom is right now trying to stabilize above the 21-day EMA. We are trying to make a bullish reaction right now. And I know today's candle is bearish. However, this candlestick pattern has a name. It is called homing pigeon. Homing pigeon candlestick pattern. Just take a look at Thomas Bukowski's website, thepatternSite.com, for more information. As far as I'm aware, this is a bullish reaction, all right? But of course, it is not a meaningful bottom signal yet. If you ask me, Broadcom needs to perform a crystal clear bullish reaction, a crystal clear bottom signal in order to materialize a bullish continuation chart structure. Either way, we have the 185 as a major resistance level for us. And the Microsoft, you guys have been asking about Microsoft over here. Guys, Microsoft, this one did a top signal yesterday. Today, we see a hammer candlestick pattern. Now, we are trying to react. The most important key support level for it is 408. This is the most important support level because only by losing it, Microsoft is going to materialize another bearish pivot point, another lower high, lower low below the 21-day EMA. But that's not even the most dangerous thing on Microsoft. The problem is that this could take us back to the $388 as seen on the weekly chart. And on the weekly chart, we have a possible, not triggered yet, head and shoulders chart pattern. All right. The last time we saw this pattern over here was in 2022, right? Over here. Classic head and shoulders chart pattern. It did reverse the trend. We corrected a lot over here. Now we see this pattern again. However, it is not, guys, just a head and shoulders is not enough to actually reverse the trend. We gotta lose this support level. We gotta lose the neckline in order to trigger this pattern, because just like here on 2020, we could see a head and shoulders, but Microsoft could just ignore it, all right? Making another bullish reaction, continuing the bullish bias, because here, we also saw a classic head and shoulders, but this pattern wasn't triggered. Therefore, we gotta watch out our mid and long-term support levels, namely the 408 and the $388, in order for Microsoft to actually reverse this bullish bias, this long-term bullish bias. But Nathan, what if Microsoft breaks the previous top level, 424, then we have a decent chance of reversing the trend, all right? Our next technical target will be the $440 again. Of course, if you want to keep in touch with our daily analysis, consider subscribing this channel because I'm here every single day. You will find unbiased analysis without any guesswork, assumptions, without inciting panic or fear on anyone. No, just unbiased analysis focusing on technical analysis, price action, etc. So just subscribe to this channel, click the like button to support me, and take a look at our website, link in the video's description if you want to join our educational project, the 5% project. Just take a look over there. Thank you very much for your audience. Stay safe, my friends. Bye bye.